Hi, I'm Chad with Take One Film and Video here in Nashville, Tennessee, and thanks for joining us back here today. Well, today I'm really excited to have my good friend John Ballinger from Panasonic. How you doing, John?
Doing good, Chad.
It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Well, you brought something with you today. It looks like
Yes, we did.
It says Varicam, but it certainly doesn't look like the Varicam that I'm used to seeing. What do we have here?
Well, this is our new Varicam 35, Chad, and it has a Super 35 sensor.
Okay.
And it's a Panasonic sensor, and it has two cool features. It actually has a pixel count above 4096, which gives you the ability to have a look around. So if you see objects entering your
like the
plane,
boom guy dropping the pole into the frame, right?
Exactly.
So it's kind of like we're back in the old film days again, really. We got that margin that we used to have. That's really cool. Now, tell me about this sensor. This is a Super 35 millimeter sensor.
Super 35.
Now, who makes the sensor for you?
Panasonic makes it.
So this is proprietary Panasonic sensor?
This is a Panasonic sensor, and there's another cool feature. It has dual ISOs, so it has your a native 800 ISO and a native 5000 ISO, and that gives you ability to get a pretty decent picture with one foot candle.
Now, how do you switch ISOs? Is it like a circuit or something that's switching in there?
It's actually in the menu. There's a direct menu on the panel that you can switch straight to 5000, and it's actually it is a different circuit, and you switch that circuit, it increases the sensitivity.
That's amazing.
Of that sensor.
Now 5000 ISO, now we were looking at this yesterday when you guys brought the camera by the shop, and we had all the lights off here. In fact, we can show what that looks like here. All the lights were off, and basically this set was lit with a single candle. And we're talking literally 1 foot candle, right?
That's correct.
And so, you know, we're looking at it right now, and the camera's set to a native ISO, which is what a lot of people are used to shooting at. And so you can see you can't really see anything. And then all of a sudden we switch now to the ISO 5000, and I get this brilliant, beautiful picture. I don't see any really perceivable noise at all. But yet I'm standing here looking at it with the naked eye, and I can't even see the detail on that wine bottle, but yet the camera is seeing it clearly.
It's amazing. It's definitely turned a lot of heads, and every time we show that feature, people just gasp and go, "Oh wow!" You know. Just blown away.
It's really, really impressive. Now, some other cool things about this camera that I've noticed too is, you know, a lot of 35 millimeter cameras, especially on the more professional end, they're kind of built in the film world. They're not really made to put on your shoulder. You can configure them with accessories and things like that. But this camera out of the box, we already have a shoulder mount here, and so we could equip it with a lens, an ENG style, or it also has the 15 millimeter rods up here in front and some accessory ports on there. So this is really ready to go for either shoulder mount ENG or set up in a film style.
You're correct. I mean, we designed this camera to be very modular. In fact, the recorder and the head separate. You can take the shoulder mount off and trip it out with all kinds of other accessories, you know, for any kind of shooting situation that you'd have.
Now, I see here on the other side too, I know you showed me the panel actually comes off and mounts on the other side if you want to do that. But now let's talk about the recording formats here. I'm sure this has a lot of things going on. And if I open up this flap here, I see a couple different options. I see these new P2 Express, right? Is that correct?
That's correct. They're new P2 cards. They're P2 Express cards. They're a little bit fatter than the standard P2 cards. And these are 256 gigabytes each.
Okay, yeah, there they are. And now I see over here on the side too, I've got some micro P2 slots as well. So is it my understanding this can actually do some simultaneous recording?
You can actually do up to 3 records within the camera. You can do, it has a main record and a sub-record, and on the sub-record you can do proxy as well. So you can record 4K, 422 or 444 on the main record. Yeah. On the sub-record you can record in 2K and proxy.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about, we were discussing earlier about the dynamic range this camera has. 14 stops?
14 stops latitude, and we've actually measured more. You know, we're always conservative, and we say 14 plus stops latitude.
That's really impressive. Now, I know there's a whole lot more that we could go into, and but you know, this is a camera that's interesting. If you're in the 35 millimeter world, the cinematography world, you really need to look at the new Varicam 35, and there's a high-speed version as well that's with a 2/3 inch mount.
That is correct. As I mentioned, the camera's modular. You can put the Varicam HS head on there, which is 2/3 inch, and you get your high-speed sports. You can record 240 frames per second.
Wow. Impressive. Listen, John, I appreciate you bringing this by. Give us a call if you guys have any more questions about the Varicam 35. 1-877-81-TAKE-1 is the number, or email us at mail@takeone.tv. Well, John, thanks. It's great to see you.
Thanks, Chad.
We'll see you all again soon.